So there's this video that you can watch on YouTube. It's called like Creepy Anti-Cable PSA from the 1970s, and it's pretty great. It's from the 70s, and it's in this really fun little cutout animation style, and it depicts all these monsters, and the monsters like represent cable TV, because this was in the 70s when cable TV was like a new thing. I think originally cable TV was just introduced in like New York, and there were only a couple, like HBO was one of the first, and it was a big thing. Everyone's like, oh wow, now I can get HBO and pay a monthly subscription for HBO, and it's like an alternative to NBC and CBS and ABC. And what this commercial does basically is it's like, fuck all that. Just support network TV, because you don't have to pay for TV now, right? But if you fall for this pay TV shit, they call it pay TV because the term cable wasn't in like the common vernacular yet. If you fall for this pay TV thing, then you'll have to pay for TV, whereas currently you get TV as a free utility, but you'll have to pay for it, like it's a product. And it's so quaint that back in the 70s, TV was seen as like this, just like basic right, that you had a basic right to entertainment, and you didn't have to pay a monthly subscription fee for it. And it shows like this monster clutching the TV, right? And he's like a greedy bastard, and he's like shoveling quarters into it. Oh yeah, pay me, bitch. Yeah, pay me, pay me. And this PSA, because it's not even really a commercial. It's not like, for a profit motive. I mean, obviously it is sponsored by the networks or whatever, but like, it's a PSA because it really is in the public's best interest. And it's in the best interest of the people, and it's so prescient. It's so applicable today because cable just evolved into streaming. I'm on record saying cable was kind of a nice compromise, but it just morphs into streaming, and then you have to pay like $12 a fucking month just to watch the new hot TV show, and that's not how TV should be, believe it or not. I'd say fuck that. And there's one of my controversial hot takes, right? I still have rabbit ears. I just have a CRT monitor, some fucking rabbit ears hooked up to that bastard, and I've just been using the same exact CRT TV for like a fucking decade now, over a decade. Frick, I got this TV when it was like 6, and it just kept working, and just kept, fucking rabbit ears on top, and it works great. And the only downside, obviously, is that these days networks don't funnel any of their budget towards new content. I guess SNL still comes in, and that's fine by me, because SNL is the only sketch comedy show worth fucking watching anymore. I'm not gonna watch I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson on Netflix, because that show looks like fucking ass. I'd rather just watch SNL. Thank gosh for SNL. It's still on the air. Good shit. But you shouldn't have to pay for TV, and this is something I've always said, is you should make a one-time purchase of a TV. You should just be able to buy the TV, and then buy a pair of fucking rabbit ears, pop that shit on top, and use that forever. There shouldn't be like a limitation to how long you get to watch TV. Now, this video, the description is really biased, and it's just like shitting on the cute little PSA. And it's like, oh, well, they encouraged you to pay for movies at movie theaters, because like this PSA would run in a movie theater, because it says like, oh, in the box office there's a petition to get rid of cable, so sign it and let your lawmakers know that we won't stand for this pay TV shit, right? And that's supposed to be like hypocrisy, that this commercial advocates for paying for movies and not paying for TV. But that makes perfect sense, because movies should be paid for. They're a big budget thing. So back in the 70s, you would pay for like The Fringe Connection or something, but you wouldn't pay for like Maude, because you know that Maude is way cheaper to make. It's not a big budget action spectacle. It's just Bea Arthur being a goof ass for half an hour, and that's all TV needs to be. It's the small screen, so you shouldn't have to pay for it. really basic shit. But people don't understand the separation between the big screen and the small screen anymore. And every TV show is just a prolonged movie, and that's pathetic. And that's just leading to the death of TV as a medium, and I think that's sad. But I don't really care, because I'm at a point where I can watch like really good shit for free. Shows as new as like House and Psych and shit will just air for free on network TV. And, you know, I'm sure eventually the streaming shit will just go on to free TV anyway, like 10 years down the line. You know, I can probably watch fucking Squid Game for free. You know, but if I can't, I can watch every fucking episode of Seinfeld, you know, just one per night. That's enough Seinfeld to last a lifetime. And I don't need to watch Seinfeld when I want or whatever, you know, just 7 o'clock whenever it airs or whatever. And I'd much rather watch, you know, just every episode of Sanford and Sons or whatever for free forever than have to pay $12 a fucking month to Netflix to watch The Ranch. Like, you'd have to be insane to want to watch The Ranch so bad that you're willing to pay for it instead of just watching fucking All in the Family reruns for free with an antenna. Like, it's basic math, and this is basic economics, and this commercial from the 70s is still so fucking accurate to how TV has become. Like, they knew exactly what would happen, and they were just trying to warn everyone, and we didn't listen. And that fucking sucks. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't feel too bad about being left out of the hot new thing, right? Because wouldn't you prefer, like, I know that, you know, back in the day when, like, Game of Thrones got big, a lot of HBO subscribers felt, like, really exclusive. Wouldn't you just feel better if you didn't have to pay for it, right? And if we had just ditched cable and just said, hey, let's keep the network TV model, then they would just make good shows that people like to you know, fill in the demand for good shows that people like, and you'd be getting that for free. So we as consumers fucked ourselves over by adopting cable because network shows would have just been good if we just allowed them to be good and funneled money into them instead of into cable. And the only difference is, you know, with streaming, you supposedly don't get advertising, even though you do. But on top of that, you have to pay the fucking provider to provide you with entertainment. Whereas with network TV, it's just like, oh, there's a commercial, a certain percentage of our viewers, a certain demographic is going to buy the Fritos in the Fritos ad. And that's a healthy, symbiotic system that makes complete sense, that you have to sit through like 1 minute of fucking commercials in a fucking half-hour show. It's just people's shitty attention span that you can't just you know, just go take a piss or whatever during the commercial break. Oh, I can't stand commercials. Well, that's what VHS was invented for, so you can skip the commercials and record it and then watch it forever. And if someone was really smart, they just like get a Netflix subscription, record everything they want onto VHS, and then just keep that forever and cancel their Netflix subscription. But nobody thinks to do that because nobody sees VHS as viable technology, even though it's capable of like preserving media forever, and you can play it whenever you want on demand, like actually on demand, not like pay for it on demand, like literally for the rest of your entire life if you keep your VHS tapes in good condition. And, you know, like, to those of you who say, oh, there couldn't be something as good as Game of Thrones on network TV, Twilight Zone, it was on network TV. That show was on CBS. It aired every fucking week. And there's a thing, too, is network TV is good because it encourages a writing team to write a lot of episodes, and the streaming shows where they have like 5 episodes in a show is stupid. You could just make that a 3-hour movie. Like, imagine if, you know, the fucking Lord of the Rings movies were like a streaming show and they were prolonged out to 10 episodes. You could just make that a movie. A TV show should be long. It should be fucking long. A really good example is DS9, right? Star Trek. That shit's like over 100 episodes. Wonderful fucking show, in part because it's so long and you feel like it's a well-developed universe that you give a shit about. New Star Trek shows, it's like 10 episodes. That's shit. Make a Star Trek show that's episodic with over 100 fucking episodes, or I don't give a shit. And frankly, I don't care that I'm unable to watch Star Trek Picard, because from everything I've heard about it, it's not as good as the old Star Trek. It's dumb, and you have to pay for it. Why the fuck would I pay for Star Trek Picard when I can just watch Star Trek and Star Trek Next Gen and DS9 and Voyager, for fuck's sake, just for free with my rabbit ear antenna and a CRT monitor? Why would I pay to watch an inferior show that's worse, that has less effort put into it, that's less content? Who the fuck does this? I just don't get streaming. It makes no fucking sense to me. And as far as I'm concerned, it is and has always been a scam. And this commercial from the frickin' 70s just like knew that. And it's fucking brilliant. It knew exactly what this whole thing was about. And we just didn't fucking listen to it. But, you know, I'm not crying because I can't watch Squid Game. I don't give a shit about Squid Game. I can watch The Price is Right. It's better than Squid Game. There, I said it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, I don't pay for streaming services. Just as a rule, it's something I don't do. And I give streaming services the big ol' middle finger. And I say, you know, entertainment should be fucking free. Nobody should have to pay a monthly subscription to watch TV. That's fucking stupid. You know, call me old-fashioned. I don't like paying for things that I wouldn't have to pay for if the system worked in a symbiotic, healthy way, like how it did back in the 60s, and you could get a new episode of Twilight Zone for free every single fucking week, for free, just so long as you owned a TV, which was a one-time payment. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's just, like, stupid. But yeah, that's my thoughts on streaming. You should watch this video. It's really great and cute, and it's fun. Anyway, yeah, great. Frick, fucking Netflix. The Ranch. Yo, I like Rooster. It's on The Ranch, bruv. Oh.